Hello friends, today I am going to discuss just array created from a list and the other array like. So let's see, just I am going to discuss here like this using the NP because already previous video I have discussed. So now I am going to create here np.array using the np array functions. So I am going to using array function, right? So let's see. So first np dot I have already imported, so the import numpy as a np. So first import numpy as a np. So I have imported and now I am going to create np arrays. So np arrays functions, so np dot array create a parenthesis and square brackets 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 4, right? So you can see the what is the output here. So np.array has been gotten, this is the output. Now we can easily see the what is the dimensions of it. So I need the data dot end line. So end dim, okay. So end dimensions means we can easily see the this is the 2 dimensions has been created. Now if I want to like here the data dot shape, right? So we can easily see here. So data dot shape also 3 and 2 means data dot shape is represent as a, I think n dimensions has been given, so it shouldn't be the 3 and 4. I think it has mistaken something because I don't represent here the something. Look here, just I am going to data because I don't have given any variables. Now if I have right here d1 and another, I am going to write here d1. Let's see. So now yeah, look here, so it contains a 4 rows, 4 comma, this one is the shape and another is the dimensions. Just I am going to remove this and we can see here. So let's see, yeah, n dimensions you can see here, this one is the only 1 dimensions, okay. So you can easily see. Similarly I want to create a 2 dimensions. So how do I create a 2 dimensions of the, can I convert the, yeah, you can convert the 2 dimensions. Control C, I am going to write here 2 dimensions, here 2 dimension array. So now I am going to write here 2 dimensions, dimensional array. So how to make a two dimensions. So let's see, just I need to give one more brackets, square brackets like this, and these two terms has been written as a one brackets, another two terms has been written this brackets right here. So and need to more one brackets as so one more brackets. So it has been created. Now I am going to print here data1. Sorry for that. Data1. So first, now it has been working and data1 has been printed. Look here. So this is called two dimensions arrays. This is called two dimensions, and this is called one dimensions. This is called one dimensions. Okay, so one dimensions, right? And similarly we can write also the three dimensions. Is it possible? So let's see. I want to see here something like a shape of this data. So now if I put here data dot shape, so data dot shape, so you look here. So first time I have written here data dot shape means okay, data1. Sorry for that, data1, because variable has been data1. So it contains the two rows and two columns right here, this type of the data. Similarly I write here the dimensions of this data is given, and similarly I write here the shape of this data. So it here data dot b and data1. So just data1. So this one is a shape like this one. So I hope it is clear how to create three dimensions, two dimensions value. And now I am going to create here the array filled with a constant value like np.zeros. Okay, so you can easily create in the Pythons. Don't need to write the only one line code can be create the infinite number of rows and columns. So how to create just so the functions np.0, np.ones create and return array filled with the 0 and 1s respectively. So if I want to create two rows and three columns, yani 2 into 3 array filled with the zeros, so create zeros array right here. So I want to create 2 into 3 array with zeros, filled with the zeros. So now create 2 cross 3 arrays, create 2 cross 3 arrays with zeros. Right. With zeros. So need to write here np dot 0. Yeah, look here, np dot zeros and parenthesis. Again you write a parenthesis because you can I am going to specify 2 is to 3. So look here, just I have been created 2 rows and 3 columns. Right, now we can see the shape and dimensions also. So you need to write as a variable. So you can put here control V and now I am going to put here w as a variables. So let's see, w we can print here, sorry, just here again, w I didn't know just why did I put here. Okay, just np enter multi array, just to go here I need to go put here, where is, yeah, w, yeah, so w will equal to this variable, and I need to w dot save. So look here, 2 is to 3, and w dot in dimensions, w dot di number of dimensions. So you can easily see w dot n dimensions, the 2 dimensions right here. So I hope it has been clear. So similarly I want to create a so number means 2 rows and 3 rows and 4 rows, 5 rows, doesn't matter. Just I am going to the 10 is to 10. Look here, just 10 and is to 10. So is it possible to create the NP zeros 10 into 10? Yeah, it is possible, 100 to 100. Okay, 100 rows, 100 columns. Similarly, just I am going to create the zeros and ones. Just look there. I am going to create here in hands of the 0 ones. So if you write here ones, so it has been created like this way. Look here, so 1 1 1. Okay, so these two functions np.zeros and np.ones created and return an array filled with the zeros and ones respectively. So first argument and an integers or tuples data describe numbers of the elements along each dimensions of arrays. Now just you can also look here the data types. If you write here the data dot types, okay, so you can see here data dot types. So you can also understand data dot type, okay, and data dot data type, yani you can say just dt types, data types. So you can also see here what types of the data. I think data, no sorry, it has been the np. So let's see, it has been created like a one variable w as a variable. So need to write here w dot dt types. Oh sorry, I am bit sorry for this one. Just w dot dt y d types. Okay, so it has been described what types of the data, float 64. So we can easily, now I want to multiply as a variable. So if I am going to write here one variable like x1, and I want to multiply 5 point something, means as a float 4.5 4.3 and star, right, and np ones star, and now np dot on es, and need to write np ones, it may be just like a 10 here. So what happened, just I am going to multiply here np dot ones, and I am need to get a output. What is this? So x1 going to print here x1. So what happened? So it has been written, this is a way to np dot how many times, 1 2 3 and 3 6 9 10, right? So this one, and similarly I am going to write here another variable like first variable and the second variable. I am going to write here x2 will equal to np dot full, np dot full means np numpy also provide a functions np dot full. So I am writing here, yeah, look here, full. So np dot full and 10 comma I did write here for 5.4, and now I am going to print here. So x2. So look here what happened. Just yeah, if I write here 4.3, don't worry, just I can write here 4 just here. So you can easily understand, is there any differences between? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So don't have the any differences. There is an alternative way we can write as this variable right here. So exactly this is you can also write an integers, you can also write in a complex. So these are the way to you can create zeros and ones. You can easily get types of data, shape, size right here. Now array filled with the incremental sequences. So in the Python's numpy.array, numpy.line space, these two functions, np numpy provides two similar functions to create a such array dot numpy dot arrange and numpy dot line space. Both functions take a 3 arguments, where the first 2 arguments are the started with the end values, and the third arguments np dot arrange is the incremental. So now the np dot line space, so it is the total number of the points in the array. So let's try how to create here. So now the generate array with the values between 1 to 10. Generate 1 to 10 value. So 1 to 10 value right here, 10. Okay. So 1 to 10 value. If I write here np dot arrange arrange, arrange is a build up functions, just arrange and look like a tuple. So I am going to start 0.0 boolean for, and it is possible to till 10, and now I am going to the difference between 1 only. So let's see, is it possible? Yeah, it has been created 0.1, 2.3 points. But I want to create this value, and also there is the alternative way. We can write here np dot line space, np dot line space LIN, I think, yeah, line space has, and if you write 0 comma 10 and till 11. Okay, so it has been created same way. But I want also to create here the two differences of the two. So let's see, just I am going to here 2 3 5 doesn't matter. So is it possible to, you can use where are you comfortable. So I am going to write here the 4. So can I create here? Yeah. So look here, what is the difference between 4 and 8? Now I am going to create here 0.5. Let's try here. 0.5, is it possible? It is, yeah, it has been created a 0.5 also, 0.2 also, 0.3 also. So np.arrange is the increments, and similarly you can use np.line space. So I think it is clear to np.arrange. And but second time, just we have to concentrate one more thing, keep in your mind, just np.arrange does not include the end value look like a 10, but if you write here np.line space, so it will look like a 10 is also included, right? So this is a way. So array filled with the logarithms. So now I am going to create here logarithms. So how to use, and this is the most important part as a mathematics way. Most of the students have gotten a problem. Okay, so array filled with the logarithmic sequences. So how to create a logarithmic? So log get arithmetic sequences. Right. So logarithmic sequences is also the part of numpy functions. So okay, you can say the functions numpy.log space. It is similar to np line space, but the increment between the elements in the array are logarithmically distributed, and the first two arguments for the start and end value are the powers of optional base keyword argument, which defaults to 10. So for example, to generate an array with a logarithmically distributed value between 1 to 100, so let's see, just I am going to write here np dot log space, log space. Okay, so it has been created here. Now I am going to create here 0 comma 2 and comma 5. So 5 data points between 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 2, 2, because log means I am going to create here 10 to the power 0 and 10 to the power 2. So let's see just what happens just after that. It has been created look like this way. Okay, this is a way it has been created through a log. Okay, so look here, it has been created log. Now so generate an array with a logarithmically distributed value between 1 to 100 also. So you can write here the 1 here and 100 here, and we can keep here for some specific value. Similarly, if you use a mesh grid, okay, so multi-dimensional coordinates grids. So look here, mesh grid arrays, mesh grid arrays. So now the multi-dimensional coordinates grids, it can be generated and using the function np dot mesh grid. So now the given the two-dimensional coordinates array containing a set of coordinates along with the given dimensions. So we can generate two-dimensional coordinates array using np dot mesh grid. So let's see. So I am going to write x as a variable and np dot array and look like the square brackets. So let's start -1 comma 0 and need to 1. This means one dimensional coordinates array means this one is the x, and look here what happened, just x has been created and look like this, -1 0 and 1. So np dot mesh guard functions, and similarly I am going to write here the another functions y. So let's see, y will equal to np dot array and parenthesis square brackets -2 comma 0 comma 2, and now I am going to print y. Okay, but as a means now I am going to here as a capital X comma capital Y, and this will equal to, I am going to write here np, I write np dot mesh grid grid and previous variable x comma y. Let's see, and now I am going to print here capital X. So look like this, just it has been look like this, -1 0 1 and -1 0 1 -1 0 1. Similarly, if you want to print here capital Y, and let's say you can get look like this, -2 so a common use case of the two-dimensional coordinates array like capital X and capital Y in this example is to evaluate a functions over the two variables. One is the small x, another is a small y. So this can be used when plotting functions over two variables as a color map plots and contoured plots. Okay, so evaluate the expressions. Similarly, we can also write here x plus y whole square. So let's try here. So now I am going to z as a capital means, and I am going to capital X plus capital Y, and it is going a square, double star and a square. So is it possible to generate? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, exactly, we can garden just added and a plus b whole square. So I have gotten all these values. Is it possible to we can create a cubic? Let's try. Just here I am going to write here thread, and it has been created here. Yeah, so this is a beautiful, we can within a second. So it is also possible to generate the higher dimensions coordinates array by passing a more array as a arguments to the np dot mesh grid functions. So alternatively, the functions np dot mesh grid, yeah, np dot uh, o grid can also be used as generate a coordinates array, and using a slightly a different syntax based on indexing and slice objects. So let's say just creating the uninitialized array, something uninitialized like empty. So the create an array of the specific size and data types, but without initializing the elements, the array to and a particular value. So np dot, just we have already discussed np dot zeros. Similarly, we can also np dot empty, okay, and it may be the floats. Creating array with the properties with the other arrays like one like np dot 0 underscore like, np dot full underscore like, np dot empty underscore like. Okay, so this uh, the data types with the another array, you can say. And that a typical use case is a functions like takes a array of unspecified types and size of arguments and requires a working array of the same size or types. So you can also define like the other way, and you can create some matrices. I will discuss in the next class some how to create a matrices, indexing and slicing, one dimensions array, okay, and how to see these things, multi-dimensions array, and how to view fancy indexing and booleans value indexings, and reshaping and resizing all these arrays. So how to delete these arrays, can you convert into the columns, rows also, vectorize expressions, and more things, just arithmetic operators is also we can use. How to the arithmetic operators, element wise functions, we can how to use the element wise functions, aggregate functions, okay, because mean, standard deviations, mean, these are the like a boolean array conditions, and some conditional expressions also has been discussed, set operators, okay, union, intersections, these things, matrix and vectors operators. So I try the next class just how to multiply the inverse a and a inverse, and I hope next some videos we will complete all these things, then we will start the symbolic computing, right? Thank you.